Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Echoes of Malus. When last we left off what did we come up with? Questing... Quirky... What was it?
Quartet.
Questing Quartet.
The Questing Quartet prepared to leave. They went and spent the night at Lou's while Connor had a hot date. In the morning, they went and tried to make amends with Jafar. Lou tried to peel information out of Connor about the Perungis, and at the end, they tried to make spiritual amends with Tiflamin Altine before hitting the road.
Gang, before we leave, we should ask Nadim how he verifies his documents on his contracts. That way, if we get a copy for the next loop, if we can somehow get the contract for the next loop, we should figure out this loop from Nadim, how he verifies the validity of his contract so that we can get ahead of any claims of falsehood or forgeries for the next time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. I have no objections. Do you think he just destroys them?
From what I know of Nocturnian contract law, they use some sort of embossing tool to mark the authenticity, so we'll want to make sure that stays intact if we can somehow get it into the next loop and own the contract.
Lou's eyes shift between you all. She says, "Fascinating. Are we ready to hit the road?"
I'm so ready. Everybody got their pee bottles?
Oh, yeah. Are we? I mean, do the traders have rations for this many people? Are we going to be okay?
Nadim has offered to cover all the expenses associated with this travel, so you guys have plenty of. Let's say specifics. Let's say you've got 7 days of food and water for this trip. I guess now would be a good time to get into the specifics of the travel mechanics. The traders are going at a normal pace, which is going to end up being a total of 40 hours of travel, assuming nothing comes up. This being an extremely difficult journey due to the heat is going to mean that every day you'll need to take a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, and on a failure you'll gain 1 level of exhaustion. Yeah, so maybe we up that. Maybe we say they actually brought 10 days of food. Why would they risk it? They brought 10 days of food and water for all involved. So every day you'll need to you'll travel for 8 hours and then rest for 16 hours. That includes setting up camp, finding a camp location, setting it up, eating, drinking, sleeping, taking shifts on watch, and getting a full night's rest. However, while you are camping, a single night of rest will not serve as a long rest. You will need to rest for 24 hours straight, uninterrupted, in order to take a long rest. So if anything happens on the road, you may be delayed.
This is rough.
So it doesn't have to be sleep. We just have to rest for 24 hours. Like nothing happens. We're just riding along for 24 hours uninterrupted.
Right. So if one of you needs a long rest, either to restore hit points, or spell points, or spell slots, or regain levels of exhaustion, you may choose to just ride on the wagon instead of moving along. But there's only space for 2 people to rest on the wagon at any one time, what with all the things being carried.
Just from us 4 or across the whole caravan?
Across the whole caravan. There's only space for 2 people.
And it's us plus the 3 Azet, Arwa,
And Aaliyah. And Lou.
And Lou, right.
Yeah.
So 8 of us.
So it's just the 8 of us?
Correct.
Okay.
Speaking of, the traders have made an arrangement with you that should any issues arise, they will guard the front of the front of the caravan, and you all will guard the back. That way, if an encounter happens, anything that does attack you will most likely split up, and you will have a separate encounter that only deals with the creatures that attack you from behind. Because otherwise, it's going to be a slog.
Yep.
Any questions or thoughts about any of that?
We're gonna get really exhausted by the end of this trip.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 5-day trip across the desert. I feel like this is pretty fair.
The other consideration is that there are going to be set encounters along the way, and also random encounters. So luck could play against you. Random encounters just represent the fact that you guys are not going to be in the exact same place at the exact same time every single cycle. And that represents the fact that you don't necessarily do the exact same thing every day, and along with the other people in the loops. There's variation in human behavior. If you walk into work every day, it might look very similar day to day, but it's not the exact same. So there are slight variations. All right. So you all set off from the little village of Al-Karyana B, heading north by northwest. The terrain shifts as you move through the desert, from sandy dunes to rocky cliff face to more sandy dunes to there's a few buttes out there too. Everyone's being pretty quiet as you move along. Connor, it seems like Azza is kind of staying on the other end of the caravan from you, actually. You're not sure if that's because of her job or another reason. Do you want to give me an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
Connor, what'd you do to piss her off?
I don't know.
Did you ask her how old she was? I'm just kidding.
No.
Nat 1?
The classic blender.
Yeah, you're trying to study her behavior. And I don't know, what do you take? What do you take from it? You really have no guidance, so it's more about like
It's
what
her
Connor.
job.
It's her job. Okay,
It's her job.
that makes sense. Okay, you gonna do anything about it?
No, because it's her job. I'm back here. I was told to be back here, so I'm not going to interfere with her job. This is her job.
Fair enough. All right.
And there is the problem.
Let's go ahead and roll for our first hour. So that's a 6. Is there anything you guys are trying to accomplish while you're on the road, by the way?
Kato's kind of curious about like more buried Parungi stuff. It's definitely not going to be visible, seeing as people probably travel these paths all the time. But since we found some buried stuff in the sand before, he's kind of just keeping an eye on like things that make look like worn down Cryphazine or stuff that might be unnatural sticking out of the sand, strange shapes, that sort of thing. But not anything he really feels the need to externalize, just sort of a specific thing he's keeping an eye out for in the terrain.
I was actually going to have Lee kind of lean over to Connor and be like, Connor, you seem pretty proficient with the gloves at this point. Do you remember you found those cannonballs near the airship?
Yeah. What about them?
Do you think you can just keep the gloves on and see if you can sense anything?
I guess.
Just, if you feel a tug, maybe we can investigate. Only because Tiflamin did say that he thought the capital city of the Parungi Society was further north near the Delta, which is kind of the direction we're headed.
Guess. Put the gloves on, just kind of wave around, try to see if I can feel anything.
Give me a perception check.
That's bad. 5.
May take the gloves away from Lee.
Yeah, honestly.
Aaliyah looks back and sees Kato and Lee gathered around Connor as he, eyes closed, is waving his arms around. She says, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
It's meditation.
Okay, well, you could do that tonight whenever we can. Could you guys please keep your eyes on the road?
Yeah, Connor.
Okay. He's just kind of putting his arms up like, what are you doing?
Just keep your hands pointed down at the sand. You don't have to like actively do anything.
She rolls a natural 1 on insight, so I think she does believe you guys that it's just meditation.
That's awesome.
Where I come from, this tends to increase one's observability and perception of the sands. So
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't be compounding my lie when she's already believed me.
Yeah, if she's like you're already succeeding. This feels like you're just kind of towing a line.
Is there
I start humming this.
Is there a way you can do that with your eyes open and moving?
Yeah, no problem. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I don't mean to. I don't want to be a. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just.
No, you're good. You're good. I get it.
So, where are you guys from anyway?
Jake, am I in disguise right now?
You tell me.
I cast disguise self in the morning. This is something I had to figure out. Because
it only lasts like an hour, right?
It only lasts an hour, and I do not intend to cast it every hour on the hour. I could, but the instability of my catalyst means that I would, like, without a doubt, have wild magic surges basically every day or multiple times a day, and I don't think it's worth the risk. I was planning on, like, doing kind of the reverse of the bit I did before, where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Damien Aguedes, but this is my disguise for while we're traveling, and then it's just Lee. Because nobody else knows how disguise self works. So I figure if I just pretend that, like, I can hold the disguise as Lee as long as I want, maybe I can get away with it.
Are you saying that your disguise is about to wear out now?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well, they won't be able to see through it once it wears off, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I won't have
Makes it
anything to
easier.
hide at that point.
Mm-mm.
So you know it's about to wear off. Are you doing anything?
Man.
Damien, hey, just happened to think, you know how we're kind of out traveling here? We don't know who we're going to encounter. Maybe you should consider a disguise so that you're not quite so recognizable.
Yeah, I guess that's a good idea. I mean,
You don't say, Aila. I think that would be a great idea, Damien.
okay. Yeah, I got something ready for this. Lee's going to pull out his catalyst and make a show of, like, casting a spell and then just let disguise self wear off.
All right. You're not trying to convince anyone in particular. You're just kind of putting on a show. So give me a performance check with advantage due to the help from your friends.
I appreciate you guys.
But you're definitely it's drawing some ears. So I think Lee already. I think Lou already knows that Lee is Lee and Damien is an act.
Mm-hmm.
But the other three are going to roll insight checks.
I got a 10 plus 6 for 16.
Okay.
Not as good as it could be.
So Aaliyah's going to go first. And that's a 19. Arwa got a 17. And Azza, she got a 5. So you're good. Okay.
So maybe she helps convince the other two.
Yeah, we can hope.
Do you want to give me a perception check?
Yeah, why not? Not like I have a plus 0 to perception. I got an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Lee is looking everywhere but them and sweating.
They don't say anything. You just keep walking.
Cool.
They all think he's full of Cabo dung.
Maybe.
Hey, this is all right. It's going to save us a lot of trouble in the end.
Hey, would it be better to call you, what's that name what do you want us to call you right now? Not Damien, obviously.
Fuck. It's still in Damien's voice. I mean, Damien, why would I need a different name?
Okay.
I'm just trying to make this as believable as I can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry. I, thought maybe you might want to be called something else, but we won't. We just won't use your last name.
Right. Who are we going to run into out here for real?
Yeah, that's exactly. We don't know. Damien.
So
this is the most paralyzed I've ever been doing roleplay. I'm like, oh God.
So, Damien.
Carl walks up to Damien. Hey, you okay? You look a little white there. You need a little water
I'm
or
walking
something?
through a desert and there's a threat of a giant. We already got attacked by a Tromos once. Hey, Damien kind of hollers towards the front of the group, towards Aaliyah and Azza, and is like, Hey, are we not supposed to say his name?
Aaliyah looks back and says, that's sort of the taboo, I guess.
The superstition, right?
Yeah, sure, depending on who you talk to. I would prefer if you didn't. I'm not a big believer in that stuff, but why tempt fate?
Right. I didn't know if it was like they weren't very strict about it in an academic setting, but I didn't know if you guys are. I'll respect that. Sorry, I already said it once. I won't say it again.
Yeah, no worries. Anything we need. So you, just to make it clear, because we overheard you a little bit. You're still going by Damien, but you look different. Is that right?
Yeah, that's my name.
Okay, if that's how you prefer it.
Are you saying, do I need to look different?
No. Mostly people from the Western continent out here are nobles or descended from nobility.
Wow.
But
well, shit.
But you guys, you're with a bunch of foreigners anyway, so there you go.
Okay, cool. So this will work.
So, hey, how many times have you guys made this trip?
Not too many. This is Oz's first time, right? She turns to Ozza, who nods. Arwa and I have done it, what's it been? Two times before this, I think?
Twice. Wow.
It's the least common way to head west, for sure. Most people prefer to stick to the river.
But it takes a lot longer to go to the river route. Is that correct?
Not necessarily. Which is the big reason why the other big reason people don't tend to go through the desert. This is the easiest way to get to Isbat Oznaga, or maybe not easiest, but it would be the quickest way to get there. Or if you need to go to the mountains to the south.
So, what kinds of encounters have you had along the road? And what kinds of things can we kind of expect? I know the heat can be life-threatening, and there are some, is it animals or creatures or the clerics that are out here? What kinds of things can we expect to encounter?
There's scorpions, and there's, we call them mega Kekos. They're, Cacophlega. I think you guys might refer to them as Cacoploga.
Met them before.
Mega Kekos are human size, though, and they're more concerned with destruction than with causing chaos. There's minxes, which they look like house cats almost, but they've got sort of sharper features and bigger ears. They're a bit smaller. They actually tend to run in packs, little prides. They'll try to find someone in the group who's lagging behind or vulnerable and take them down. So if we see them, we need to be aware of them, and we can usually keep them at bay by sticking together. But we might have to fight them off. One of the last areas we're going to have to walk through before we get to Marukh El-Fatr is a big field of flowers. Chamomile flowers, and unfortunately there are cacti that mimic those flowers. They're called pitfall cacti. They're big enough that even one of our cabos could fall into it, and that would be a bad deal.
Well, that's kind of scary, honestly.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Not our first time going through this area, and you all seem pretty capable, so I certainly don't mind having some extra hands.
Well, I'm glad you guys are leading the way. It's you look across the scenery out here, and it's really kind of serene in a lot of ways. In fact, it reminds me of my homeland. They're really, really far north. We're far enough north that it's in the tundra. I don't know if you know what the tundra is, but it's basically frozen land that has basically no trees or anything. So you look out across it, and it's not dissimilar to what you see here, only it's ice, snow.
Does it snow out there?
It does all the time. So the sand here, you know how reflective it is. In some ways, the sun seems to shine off of it. It's amplified when it's shining off snow and ice. Much
Kind of,
different.
that's snow. I've never seen snow before.
I've only seen it once. A few years ago, Arwa and I were up on the northern end of the western continent, and there was a snowfall, and it was we were like little girls. We were just traipsing around in it.
Yeah,
there was so much. It was like 2 inches of snow.
Oh my!
2 inches. He puts his fingers together, like trying to like measure that.
2 inches would just be considered a dusting where I'm from.
Really?
We're talking about multiple feet. Connor, poor thing. Connor, you know what this probably is like when you've been out on the sea and it's really sunny and all you can see for miles and miles is just flat reflective surface of the sun shining back at you. That's kind of similar, I think, to what it's like in the northern and the tundra.
But it's going to be like a blue, it's like pure white.
Yes.
Is it true that there are mountains there that are made out of pure ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Pure ice, like going like so high up.
It's pretty incredible. We call them glaciers.
Whoa.
And it's pretty amazing. This has a similar beauty.
The sun is straight above you now, and the desert heat is starting to really weigh down on you like a blanket. You're on a generally downward trend right now as you're moving through the environment. You've entered an area of steep canyons where you have to descend in a zigzag line. So your progress is starting to feel pretty slow. As you reach the early afternoon, it gets to be as hot as it's going to get. How about I get a DC 15 Constitution saving throw from each of you?
I'm using different dice. That's been failing me pretty hard.
This is not going to be good.
Let's grab this.
Is there anything anyone can do to help?
I mean, if we were aware of the time we were making the check, Connor and I both have enhance ability, but like it only lasts for an hour, I think. So I mean, I have frostbite, which would hurt you, but I don't think it's going to help with the heat technically.
Yeah, I don't think enhance ability is going to help us here because you can't time it. It's just going to say do a roll. It's like,
This is just, it's the whole day, right?
Yeah, it's not going to help us.
So,
nice.
While you guys are all deliberating that,
I'm rolling.
the girl from the northern latitudes got a nat 1.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
24.
Yeah.
24.
I thought it was a 7 at
Nice.
first, and then I had to look closer. I'm like, no, it was a 1.
It was actually worse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got an 18.
I got a 14. I'm trying to look through my character sheet to see if there's anything I can do to increase it by 1, but I don't think I'm having any luck, which is also funny because I also come from the tundra and ice caves.
I mean, I know what this is going to mean for Kato. Can I bump him a bardic? Like if I see him getting tired?
Does it apply to saving throws?
Yeah, you can use bardics on anything.
Yeah, I think it's a long-term thing. So I think that it makes sense that you could notice him struggling and give him bardic.
Yeah, you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So I would love to. That's a very useful burn of this, I think.
Great. Aila, sorry, you're too far gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sad.
So that's an auto success if you add a bardic, since that's a minimum of 1. Lee, how did you do?
I got an 18.
18. Okay. So Arwa, Lou, and Aila are the ones who failed this check.
Wow, you guys don't look so good.
Wow.
I'm surprised this is actually taking this pretty well.
I mean,
Kind of nice out right now.
Honestly, guys.
Thanks for that pat on the back, Lee.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, Damien.
It's going to be tough to keep this up. I won't lie. Every time, it is so hard for me not to like do some stupid bad role play every time. I wanted to be like, yeah, I can handle this because I'm from Nocturne, obviously. That's like, yeah,
Kind of
that's not
looks to
suspicious.
Kato. Why do you? I know he looks like your old friend Lee, but come on.
Yeah, sorry about that. I might do that occasionally.
Get it right, man.
A shadow passes over you all, and the desert suddenly feels cold.
Damien speedwalks towards the wagon.
Everything goes silent, and Aaliyah stops the wagon. Lou looks back at you pointedly, tells you to keep it in measure. You all remember she told you there's a scare on the first day. But obviously, Aaliyah, Arwa, and Azza don't know that. So Aaliyah quickly says something to Arwa and Azza, and then she turns and says, "You 5, in the wagon, now!"
Yep.
Roll good eye!
Okay.
You all clamber inside while the 3 traders take posts on the 3 corners of the wagon. Well, I guess it's a 4-corner wagon, isn't it? They take a triangle post outside the wagon and are looking up toward the sky. Azza is the one stationed near the back entry of the wagon, and as she is looking up at the sky, she's whispering to you. There's pouches along the seats there. If I call, you're going to reach into those pouches, and you're going to uncork the bottle that's inside, and you're just going to dump it outside the flap, through that flap there.
Oh, I know about these. You said he's just like so excited to a point, but like, oh, I can actually use it.
Wait, what are they?
It's gonna make smoke.
Big smoke bomb.
What?
Except his hands like showing like a big explosion.
Is that
Connor, Azza kind of pointedly looks back at you. Do you want to give me insight again?
Yeah, I'll do an insight. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 1 and Nat 20. Let's go. This dice is being used, not this one tonight.
You get the sense that she had a good time last night, but at this moment, she's not sure that she wants to have a second date. If you want that to happen, you might have to put some work in.
Dang.
Hey, this might be like a dumb question, but would a smoke bomb in the middle of the day in a white sandy desert actually help?
I don't know if it comes down on top of us. Maybe.
Is it a dark smoke bomb, or does it? I mean, it may help at least. Maybe it simulates something else. I don't know.
Lou says flatly, the whole point is just to make it decide something else is easier. If it wants us, there's nothing we can do.
Okay.
It probably doesn't taste great.
Well, that's true.
Well, those metal spikes are probably the least tasty thing.
Is this a creature, or is this
They think it's
cleric?
a snake.
I think it's a
What do you
snake.
mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give them a few more minutes.
Be quiet.
I feel like I feel like as like Damien, I'm holding my breath and it's making me not talk at all in person.
Conjure took a peek outside.
You sidle over to the edge of the caravan. Do you want to give me a perception check?
Yeah. Okay, perception 15.
15. You see, in the far distance, a black speck on the horizon. You can't make out any finer details about it, but you watch as it disappears.
Huh. Was that it?
So Azza turns back. She's turning over her left shoulder. Connor, you're on her right, so you think maybe she didn't notice you peeking your head out of the wagon. She says, "False alarm. Didn't see anything. You all can come out now."
Connor gets out. I saw a little speck out there in the air. Was that it?
Give me an insight check.
7.
7. She says, "No, it was probably just a bird. There was a flock of birds over that way." And Connor, she's lying to you.
Ooh.
This is Azza.
This is Azza.
Okay.
I'll
Odd.
take a flock of birds over a giant snake anyway.
Birds, I guess.
Hey Connor, I think you should go talk to her a little more.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, just go talk to her. Just talk to her for a minute.
Okay. He goes to wander up, talk to her. Hey, is they okay?
Yeah, she's, you see Aaliyah kind of gives her a look, and Ozza nods, so Aaliyah kind of hangs back and is chatting with Arwa and Lou, and Ozza says, yeah, we're all good. No, you guys did a good job back there. Yeah, nothing to worry about.
Okay, was last night fun?
Yeah, had a great time. Did you?
Yeah, that was great. Want to do it more often? I'm game if you want to hang out more.
We'll see.
So you travel this way a lot? Is that the normal pathway?
No, not really.
Come here often?
My first time going through this way. I've only been I've only been an elite for about 6 months now. So.
Oh, okay. So it's a new experience for everyone then.
Yeah, well, I mean, Aaliyah and Arwa have done it a couple times, they said, and there's actually supposed to be this really beautiful salt flat that we're going to run into along the way. That should be nice.
Really? Never seen one before.
Yeah. So we actually came out the normal way. We went down the river and then coming back this way. So
while Connor continues to talk to Ozza, Kato positions himself sort of behind her so that she can't see him and does like the turn around with his arms around him, like the makeout thing in SpongeBob. The like.
Do I notice this?
Trying to just. Yeah, no, I'm doing it so you see it. Yeah.
Oh,
He's looking at Aila.
Flips you off.
And it's like
you off.
You know,
Get
second graders going.
Oh, he's just got a giant middle finger up. That's all he's gonna do.
Give me a stealth check, Connor.
14.
14 meets it, beats it, right? So I think that she does see you because she also rolled a 14.
Kato quickly like stands up and stops doing what he's doing when she starts turning around, is like looking up into the air, like kind of looking in the direction of the flock of birds.
So she sees you flipping off your friends, turns back to them, and they're all not doing anything in particular, being very normal, having a normal one. She looks back at you and is like, yeah, you guys all right?
Yeah, just looking around, keeping an eye out, like you said.
Well, kind of a lot to see and a lot to not see, all at the same time.
He rolls his eyes and just smiles.
She shrugs and turns back. So, yeah, anyway, what did I tell you about the salt flat?
Not much. I don't really know what that's supposed to look like. It's just like a bunch of ground. It's just salt on the ground? Like...
So, yeah, it's apparently, like, because we're so close to the ocean, we do get some rain out here in the desert, and then it's an area where it collects, and somehow, because I don't think rainwater has salt in it, so it must draw the salt up from the ground or something.
Oh yeah. Ocean water is very salty. Don't drink
Right.
it.
Right. But then whenever, because the water comes from the ocean, but then it doesn't taste salty when it's raining.
Guess maybe it's, I don't know, idea. I don't know. I'm not one of the weather guys.
Connor, give me an intelligence check.
Yeah, flat intelligence to see if you know how the water cycle works.
How does the water cycle work? Yeah. Flat intelligence? My +0?
DC 10?
11.
Okay. So you're at least familiar that rain comes from somewhere, but you're really not, you haven't thought much about it beyond that.
Yeah. When I was a kid, they used to tell me it's just because clouds cry. Then I kind of realized it's not real. That's not how it works.
Right, because it would also be salty then.
Yeah, so I don't really know exactly. I know there's something to do with, water comes from one place to another. I just don't know how that works.
Yeah, I guess I don't either.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Is it like is it like a mining thing? People go out there and mine it?
Yeah, some people do. Yeah, there's they'll take caravans out there because it's about a day and a half south of Marukh El-Fatr. So there's a few people apparently who will go out there and mine it and then sell it to nobles and stuff.
Yeah, it's one of the big couple of goods that the Legion ships around a lot. Salt.
Yeah, I've heard it.
They're good.
I mean, the salted food that I've had has been really good.
Oh yeah, salt works with everything, but you need a lot of water if you eat too much of it.
That's true. Fair enough.
Salted pork, great.
Yep.
Yeah, Kato?
Oh, sorry, just got some sand in my throat.
Connor's just this is super awkward. He's like, I don't want to see these conversations.
Let's see. Give me a charisma check.
I'm -1.
Just flat charisma. DC 10.
7.
7. Yeah, you fail to think of any way to keep the conversation going, and it just kind of ends.
Well, then we'll go back to my group over there. Talk to you later.
Yep,
Unless
later.
big birds come attack us again. Maybe.
Hope not.
I hope not. Goes
Yep.
back.
All right, see you around.
Looks to Aila like, you put me in this situation.
You did this to me. This is your fault.
This is your fault.
You did okay. She's kind of interesting.
Kind of sighs and goes back to his spot walking.
Aaliyah says something to Lou, and then Lou comes back and talks to you all and says, "Hey, we're about to stop. Me and Arwa are both pretty tired, I think. Aila, you're not looking too hot either. So we do have a bit of time to make up from the scare earlier. So we only got 7 hours to travel done today, but I think we'll be able to make that up probably toward the end. So, you guys about ready to make camp?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. I think it's okay.
Okay. You guys settle down for the evening. You take time to build a little fire because it gets cold out here in the desert at night. You establish an order of shifts and settle in for the evening. Is there anything you guys are doing at the camp?
Ayla's just exhausted, and hot, trying to do anything she can to minimize her activity and also cool off. So taking her shoes off, taking her boots off to try to cool off, pulling her. She's already pulled as much off as she could, without getting sunburnt and stuff in her backpack. So just setting the backpack down helps and leaning against it.
Yeah, Ozzy was lying about the birds, guys.
What do you mean?
Like, I asked her what it's like. Is that the black thing? Like, and I saw a little black speck off in the distance in the air, and I asked her, "Is that the thing that we're hiding from? Like the big, the thing we can't say?"
Kato looks around to see if Lou's anywhere nearby.
She's setting up a little tent for herself. What is your perception?
Oof. Landed on a 14, then rolled over to a 4. That's 9 total.
9? You cannot tell for sure if she's listening in or not.
Well, why would she lie?
And in what way would she be lying? Like, was it just not birds, or was it actually
She
the
said
snake?
it was birds, so I don't think it was birds.
If it was the big snake in the sky, could it be that it's just superstition and saying that it was
He just shrugs.
is taboo? I don't know. Anybody else have any ideas?
No, not particularly.
I do think after we rest for a while, I know I've not always been very diligent about it recently, but we need to rest for just a few minutes, just get a little bit of energy, and I really need to try to. You've guys seen me. My evening ritual.
Do you need privacy for that or anything?
No, just better to not be interrupted, but it doesn't really have to be private location. I mean, I can just kind of look like I'm sleeping. I'm not very loud about it or anything. I don't want to, obviously do anything that's going to be yelling, but.
All right, I'll take first watch. I'll grab a meal and polish my hammer and hang out. Definitely not an innuendo.
Yeah, that it sounded strange as soon as you said it.
That's a normal thing people do with hammers, right?
Wow.
I guess if you...
I will re-etch the runes on my hammer.
There you go.
You're weird.
Aaliyah talks with you guys and says if you guys are comfortable with taking the first watch and the last watch, then they can, the three of them and Lou can handle the watches in the middle of the night. Aila, do you go off on your own to do your thing?
I'm going to just trying to find a spot around the wagon there that gives me something to kind of, to where I'm not right beside everybody, but I don't want to be off a long ways by myself.
Sure, and you can set stuff off, set your stuff up on the back of the wagon as you're like lighting incense and things like that.
Yeah.
So as you begin your little meditative ritual, you close your eyes and you see golden light streaking around you, and you find yourself in a still place. And the world comes zooming back to you. You look down, and you're wearing unusual clothes. It's not anything you've ever seen before. Can you describe them for me?
I look down and realize that the clothing I'm wearing is not what I had on earlier. In fact, it's very different. It's very, it's animal skin, or seems like some kind of an animal skin. There's some bits of fur down the front and the shoulders. It has long sleeves. And as I'm sitting there, I realize it's actually almost like a coat. That's I don't recognize the kind of fur it is, but I'm pretty sure it's an animal fur.
You are startled by a sudden cheer. You find yourself in a mess hall made of wooden ribs with similar animal skins covering every inch of it. You sit at the head table next to a man in very fine furs. He's holding a flagon up toward you. He says, "To the hero of Staffjord! Hurrah!" And everyone else shouts out a hurrah! And they're all looking at you.
I reach up and I grab the flagon and I stand up and I say, "To you all who have supported me in this," and take a big, huge swig, liquid just running down both sides of my mouth as I'm taking this tremendous gulp.
You feel ale soak into your beard as you chug this flagon. And everyone erupts into an even bigger cheer.
I would take 2 more big swigs, and I hold it up, and I roar with the deepest voice.
It washes over the room, and you see people are literally almost somewhat blown back by this roar that you emit. And then everyone erupts into laughter and partying and cheering, and the night becomes a blur beyond that point. It's hard to remember exactly what went down when and where. You just know there was a lot of drinking involved. And in the morning, you wake up with the most splitting headache you've ever had. You find yourself in a sty with the pigs. One comes up, snorting, seems to be sniffing your face.
I reach up and pat him and, "Hello, my friend. I think you actually smell better than I do." "Oh, thank you for the wake-up call. You and your friends were very kind and showed good hospitality. I thank you for allowing me to stay here with you. Pats him on the head again and slowly starts to crawl up and grabbing my head. I'm like, oh goodness, I hope you don't feel like this. Pat it on the head again, and I stand up and start to walk out of the muck.
The pig farts in appreciation. You step out of the sty into intense midday light. You see a tall blonde woman looking at you sternly. She says, "It's about time you woke up."
Oh, you found me.
Wait, you think you save the village once and all of a sudden you get to just sleep in, not have to work anymore?
Well, that wasn't exactly the intention.
Well,
could you
come on.
not talk quite so loud?
I'm going to talk as loud as I damn please. Come on. You got to get to work now.
Okay, fine. What is it now? Scrubbing the floors again? Because you can't get down because you have a bad knee?
No, you've got a bone to set.
Oh, okay, fine. I can do that.
Skavor fell last night while you guys were carousing. I guess you didn't notice, but he's got 2 fractures in his arm. One in both bones.
Okay. Well, lead the way.
As you walk toward your home, things get fuzzy on the horizon. You feel yourself falling out of your own body and pulled up toward the sky. It begins to fade away, and you're left in inky blackness. And then gold light surges at you from every direction. You wake up, and you're Aila again.
Oh, goodness. Look around and just get my bearings again, figure out where I'm at. Look down, realize that I'm Aila. Apparently I knew how to set bones at one point. And take a deep breath. And I go back to the group.
It's been about 2 minutes, guys.
Kato comes back from a round of his watch. He's walked one round around the camp and walks up to you all, still awake, and he says, "I could have sworn I heard a roar. Did you guys hear anything?"
No.
I
thought
didn't.
somebody passed gas, maybe.
Oh.
I was meditating. Maybe
Well,
it was one of the cabos.
Rest easy. I guess it's just my ears are playing tricks on me.
So, anything else before you guys go to bed?
Yeah. For the sake of like abilities, does this still count as a normal long rest? Like, not for resetting them, but I have an ability that I can use on a long rest. It's a cantrip formula thing. It's an optional class feature for the wizard. Whenever I finish a long rest and consult my spellbook, which in my case is the Catalyst, I can replace one wizard cantrip I know with another cantrip from the wizard spell list.
So I think that is okay. You still have your time of meditation in the morning.
Okay.
So that is included.
Cool. Lee is just kind of messing with the Catalyst and like warbling out some weird little ditties on it. Because right now the only cantrips I have for my wizard spellcasting for the Catalyst are Frostbite and Minor Illusion, both of which you guys have seen and heard me use before. I want to replace Frostbite with something else. This is I don't. Lee doesn't know how he learns new spells with the Catalyst. What everybody else sees is Lee like pulling out the Catalyst and kind of just like the way you play it is like a theremin, which I mentioned before. I didn't give a great description of it. And the way it is shaped to work like a theremin is that there is a piece of metal on the side that can fold out and away from it. And there's a metal U-bend on the back of it. So one of them is for volume, one of them is for pitch based on the distance of your hand. And he's just kind of like messing with it, playing different tunes, trying to figure out what would sound good. And as he's doing this, the same tune that he used when he casted that little illusory moon, when we were dealing with the Ibis and the Jackal, comes out like more by accident than anything, and you see a music sheet appear above the Catalyst, almost like it's attached to it, like it's on a stand on top of the catalyst, but it's very clearly illusory. And some notes show up on it.
Is this like the same hologram tech we've seen before?
I don't know. I keep trying to figure out how to use this thing, and it keeps getting away from me. Like, I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't trying to do that just now. It kind of, every once in a while, it's like this thing has the manipulation stored inside it. The spells are stored inside it somewhere, and I'm accessing the memory, but I don't really know what I'm doing to do that. See, look at this. And then Lee like turns it around so you can see the, from his point of view, the music sheet, and it's like little notes are appearing on this music sheet. He's like, I've never done that. I've never played those before.
So it's also an instrument, much
Oh,
like
it's
your drums.
definitely an instrument. Yeah. Well, yes.
Oh, the sound that comes from it is so chaotic. Up until this point, I thought it was just random.
Oh no, do you not have an ear for music? I've been trying to. Each one of these is like I play a series of notes or a chord, and something happens.
Maybe you should practice.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm not a musician, so you're doing better than I could.
I'm wounded. I was like, I wasn't a prodigy, but I was considered very good where I came from.
On the catalyst specifically?
No, with the drums. I have a good sense.
Oh, the drums. The drums have been good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I thought I'd be able to pick it up faster than this. I don't know.
It is a very strange instrument.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's the only one that exists.
Where did you get it?
Lee like looks around to see if the traders are nearby.
How long have you had it? Maybe that's a better question.
No, 6 months? 6 months? Maybe? I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I'm going to try to play this.
Oh, guys, I'm going to go over here. My head is
Aaliyah
throbbing.
shouts, would someone turn off that racket?
Lee casts Gust. That's my new cantrip. And then he stops. Just a blast of wind, like, covers the whole group.
So you spray sand everywhere is what you're saying?
He's like covering his eyes.
Yeah, I mean, Gust is fun. You can do a bunch of different stuff with Gust. Right? Here, hang on. I'll describe an effect. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, one medium or smaller creature that you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you. Yeah, I'll say I'm pointing at Connor when that happens.
Connor, give me a strength check. Strength saving throw.
Saving throw.
Dare you? Just strength saving.
Yeah, strength saving. You're trying to
20.
beat. Oh, you definitely beat my spellcasting. So you don't move, but yeah, there's a huge blast of wind and sand around you.
He's like covering his eyes. He's holding his feet down. God.
Yeah, we all forget Connor is jacked to the tits.
Connor's wicked strong. Yes.
He's hidden behind all those feathers.
He looks at Lee, and he's just like, "I know you paid me." He cracks his knuckles.
Pay?
Huh? Man, if you do that again, I'm gonna break your nose.
What? It was an accident. I didn't know what it was gonna do.
His eyes is narrow. I'm watching you.
Yeah, okay. What, you don't want a breeze in the middle of a hot day?
I want sand in my eyes.
All right.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
He looks over to Kato. Exactly.
That's the end of my bit.
Okay. Anything else, guys?
No, Aila walked off with a throbbing headache.
And that is the end of everyone's bits. We should just end every encounter that way.
With everybody's bits
and
being
scene.
Okay, I'm going to roll 16 D100. And on a 100, there's an encounter.
We should leave this all in. Just put all the rolling noises in.
Yeah.
So 4 hours pass, and you guys begin resting. Kato and Connor, you end your watch. Aaliyah and Azza start theirs. Lee.
Uh-oh.
What are you dreaming of?
Lee is dreaming of home. I think all the talk about like what everybody's home country looked like earlier was a little upsetting, but in Tagma it was mostly rolling hills and fields of wheat and caves, the occasional cave.
You are looking over these fields of wheat, and you see a reaper, like a professional reaper, someone who reaps wheat, standing in front of you with a scythe, and they put it against your neck. And then you hear them shout, "Who are you really?" You wake up, and Aaliyah is standing over you, her blade against your neck, saying, "Who are you really?"
What?
All of you wake up at this time. You're all laying down. Azza has her axe raised as if to strike one of you. Arwa, standing with her hands free, kind of looking to each one of you. And Elias says, gritting her teeth, "Who are you? You're not Damien and Geddes. Who the fuck are you?"
Does it matter? Do you not have a reason to hide your identity? I say to whoever's standing over Lee.
Aaliyah is standing over Lee. Azza is standing there with a ready action to attack anyone with her axe that moves.
This doesn't change anything. Who cares?
Well, are you going to tell me, or am I going to have to spill your blood?
He's going to try to play it cool and just look up like angrily and say, which house has greater standing in Nocturne? Philia or Aegatis?
Aegatis.
What kind of trouble do you think you would get in for spilling my blood?
You? Some street rat? None at all.
Street rat? He's gonna like dust his he's still wearing his fine clothes. He's gonna dust his fine clothes off and see if, like, look up and see if they're gonna let him stand up.
She's not. She wants you right where you are.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what gave you the impression that I wasn't Damien Aegatis. If you can't see through a simple disguise, that's not my fault. But if you're stupid enough to kill me over it, you deserve whatever happens next.
Give me an intimidation check. DC 15.
I got a 12 plus 6. 18.
She doesn't say anything. She lets her dagger off your throat, sheathes it. Still squatting over you, says, "Well, I don't know what you are. Maybe you are Damien Aegatis. Maybe you're no one."
Okay, and at this point, what am I supposed to do to convince you? Regale my life story? Give you secrets of the family estate?
Even if you weren't Damien Aegatis, I feel like you could come up with whatever you wanted to at this point, so no, please keep it to yourself.
Right. Exactly. It's not like you would believe me even if I had anything to say. And I'm not in a position to convince you. I'm not exactly surrounded by friends here.
Look, you keep yourself in line while we're traveling together, and when we get to the next city, if you are Damien Aegatis, I would ask your forgiveness and understanding. But if not, I would just ask that you and your friends move on and go your own way.
The worst thing about pretending to be Damien Aegatis is that this dude is an asshole. Like, and every
Yes.
time you like put a little pressure on me when I'm supposed to be Damien, I want to respond even more aggressively. But like as a
That's what
player,
you
that's
do.
not my natural instinct. But as Damien, I want to be like, oh, you're dead fucking me, you know? Like this, there's no way. Like he was so cocky when I met him, and I didn't know him for like super long, just in game. But like, there's no way he would just like let it slide. Like this dude thinks nobles are the cream of the crop. But I think like even he would probably realize the kind of danger he's in. And I don't think Lee wants to like push it here, but Lee is still just angrily looking up and kind of like, I just like waves and goes to just lay back down.
All right, fine. Arwa, Azza, stand down. You all get back to sleep. Apologies for waking you up. And scene.
And And that bit's done.
All right, so you're halfway through the night at this point. Oh my.
Uh-oh.
That was a 100.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Okay.
you know what? At least we're awake.
You're finally awake.
I think it's the tail end of Arwa and Lou's shift. So you guys are asleep again. Strong winds begin to pick up and howl through this area, and they're picking up sand with them. You all are now struggling to stay asleep, I'm going to say. I think that the wind, the sand choking you, the wind in your ears, the howling, is making it difficult to sleep. Not super difficult, but it is a challenge that you'll need to overcome. DC 10 Constitution saving throws for everyone.
Are we actively awake, or is this us making a roll to try to continue to sleep?
This is you making a roll to try to continue to sleep.
Slide 10.
22.
You said it's Constitution? 5. I've got 5.
Lee?
I got a 1.
A 1. So the two of you are woken up, and you cannot get back to sleep no matter how much you toss and turn and try to cover your ears.
Aila,
I can't sleep.
Aila, cast that hut spell, please.
Let's get over closer to them so that we can kind of all get together if possible, as close together. Maybe we need to wake them up and tell them.
Connor's just cuddling with Ruby right now.
As far as I care, those guards can just go die in a sandstorm, but we definitely need Kato and Connor. It probably would be smart to get the guards in here. I'm just mad at them.
Yeah, they're going to help us get through here. That's the thing. Hey, I'll grab them. You get over there with Kato and Connor, and I go talk to the guards real quick.
Lee grabs Connor's sleeping bag and drags him by the feet towards Kato.
Arwa and Lou are sitting on a rock, chit-chatting. They see you come up and like, wind's keeping you up?
Yeah, it is. And we can't sleep and we know we've got to. But so I can do a tiny little bit of magic, but there's one.
The wind, it tells you stories, doesn't it?
It does.
Exciting stories.
But they're keeping me awake right now. And honestly, the sand is really hurting my skin. I love the sound of the wind, but I'd like to enjoy it from someplace a little safer. I can do a little bit of magic, and so I'm going to go do something that'll help protect us a little bit.
Wow.
If that's okay. Yeah. So
you can do magic.
A little bit.
We all can do magic in our hearts, can we not?
We can. Hey, if you want to do magic over here, you can come. It's going to be kind of a little safe space where the sand won't batter us.
I have a job.
Okay.
Lou is just, her eyes are closed. She is trying not to take psychic damage from this conversation.
Every time Arwa talks now, I think of that image. It's like a stock image of a bunch of people at a party holding red Solo cups, all looking at the camera with like minor disgust. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like that thing that you just said something deeply like socially inappropriate, and everybody's just like, "What?"
I'm going to go over here with the friends. If you guys, you know where we're at, you might not be able to see us very well because it'll kind of look like we're like sand all around us. Okay, but you know where we are.
Mm.
All right.
I will see through the sand to where you are.
You will. Lou, if you need to get out of the sand, come.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea.
Yep.
Hey, Arwa, I'm gonna go over here to finish the watch. Just, get another angle on it. Arwa says, that's what a profound thought.
So Lou and I walk back over to the group with everybody else and cast Lemon's tiny hut around us.
I mean, I don't think a 10-minute interruption in your sleep is enough to give you a level of exhaustion. If you want to cast that as a ritual, I think you can.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to cast Lemon's tiny hut as a ritual to try to save a spell slot. and then hopefully we can all sleep the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Because it does keep objects out.
And it will also, incidentally, keep the guards from attacking us again.
The only problem is Arwa can't come in it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Because she's not in there whenever I cast it.
Kato just wakes up in sort of a stupor, like he's sleepwalking, and just sort of like zombily walks to where you are with the Liam's tiny hut and then lays back down on his bedroll in that spot and falls back asleep immediately.
Yeah.
Connor's just on the ground. He's just knocked out. So like Ruby just cuddling.
It's like my dad waking me up from playing video games on the couch and then falling asleep and making me go to my bedroom. It's like that.
So, guys, you got to be in it whenever I finish the spell. So I've got just hair.
You get everyone inside. You cast a spell, and you're able to block the sand from coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But the howling of the wind still passes over you. So, Aila, Lee, give me another DC 10 Constitution saving throw. This time with advantage.
I got a 19 for my highest.
Let's see if I can get a decent roll. I've rolled like a 1, a 2, and a 3 this whole session. I made it.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys are able to get to sleep. And scene. Okay. No one laughed at that time. All right, I'll have to do it 3 more times. And then
You get
again.
3.
Do it
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
And scene. You got to do it a little more officially.
Yeah, Drake, cut that last one out so that it's funny when we do it again. Rule of thirds.
Already planning.
Okay, so the night passes. You all wake up, get all your stuff ready, tear down the camp, get everything put back onto the wagon, and you're ready to set off for the second day. Anything that you're doing in the morning before you take off?
I'm ready to get going. Let's power through this day. Get some flatbread.
Make sure I've got all the sand out of pouring the sand out of my boots and all the other places it's managed to go.
As you're sitting there pouring the sand out of your boots, Arwa leans over your shoulder uncomfortably close and tilts her head up toward the tiny sphere, the tiny hut, and she says, "What a magnificent orb. This is your orb?"
Yes. Can you make an orb?
Oh, well, yes. She reaches down, grabs some sand, and begins packing it between her palms. And as she spreads her palms open, the sand filters between her fingers, and she says, "But it does not stay."
Oh, you'll have to keep practicing.
Thanks. You should practice too.
I will. That's a good idea.
Even the very best of us practice.
That is very true.
I don't have to practice.
Oh, and does it come naturally to you?
Her eyes meet yours directly, and for a moment, you find yourself in a little rock garden, walking with her, hand in hand. You snap back to reality, and she says, "Yes."
I like your upbeat nature, Arwa.
"You're okay."
Let's have a good day.
"Absolutely."
Mm-hmm.
"Are you having a good day?" She whips around and points at you, Lee.
The day just started. And you threatened my life last night. So no.
"I did not."
Okay, you were party to a threat on my life last night. Would you deny me that?
"No."
Okay, so given the context of that, no, I am not having a good day.
"We'll try to have a better day." Aaliyah shouts from the other side of the camp. And says, "Arwa, leave him alone. Come on."
Bye, Arwa.
Rolls her eyes, waves at you gently, and then walks back to the other side of the camp.
Connor just stretches. Are we ready to go? Kind of, want to get this trip on the road,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go. Should we sing some songs?
No.
Okay.
You guys, hey, something's been on my mind. Just if we get a chance to reset, perhaps we can, redo things with Suha and Jafar. But if not, I'd really like to be able to go back there sometime to explain some things to them, maybe. I just want them to know, I just want them to know more. How much we wanted to help them.
Yeah, I left a note to that effect, but I mean, I did the best I could, but honestly, like, I wouldn't blame them for holding a grudge against us right now. If we do go, like, if we reset, of course, I think we could find a better way to handle things. But I agree.
But you left a note?
Kato's doing like a little dance as he started walking out of the camp.
Let's get moving.
I'm going to walk up to Lee. I'm just going to say, you left a note for them?
Yeah. We flash over to a note, which is like, I don't know how Lee hid that coin purse. I think he just tied it to part of their table or something, just where Jafar wouldn't see it right away. But there's a note tied to his bag with the remainder of his coins, which is just like 11 gold or something. And it reads, Suha and Jafar, I did not intend for the evening to go the way that it did. My every intention was to honor your belief in the spirit of the spring, but unfortunately, my standing as a noble was not enough to secure me passage back to the estate, without which I am unable to pay for my own trousers, let alone pay off the debts of your village. Like you, I was functionally strong-armed into collecting this debt by Nadim, given my situation. As part of an apology, I have left my coin purse with the valuables I had on me in your home. It is not enough to pay off the whole village's debt, but I hope it is enough to earn back some goodwill until I can make it safely home and commission a payment to your village for the help and safety you provided. I have no right to ask anything of you after all you have done, and no intention to take further advantage of your goodwill, so instead I will plead, please prevent any damage coming to the vehicle behind your home. I beg of you, despite its condition, it is impossibly important. I will return as soon as I am able. I pray for your safety. Signed, Damien Agetis.
And that is where we'll end our session.
I can't wait like 7 episodes from now to have all 4 of us on the Sands Loop like zooming through the desert.
Yeah.
And the problem is I wrote that note and I was like, I wonder if it's better to just say something nice and pray that they don't do anything to the Sand Sloop. Because if I point out the Sand Sloop and they're still mad, they're going to be like, oh, I have just the thing to target.
Nah, they're better people than that.
Yeah.
Right. Suha and Jafar in particular are like extremely kind people. And I don't see them necessarily doing that, but we kind of screwed the whole village.
I can see what they could do though. They're gonna take that sloop and then just start building it themselves. Someone's gonna put their carved their initials on, like I'm the builder. And then next rotation we come around, it's like fully built, but it's like it's ours. And the guy's like knocks on it. My name's on it. I don't know why.
Dude, we're gonna come back. There's gonna be graffiti on it that says "fuck Damien Agetis," and it's gonna. Then I can't use my disguise the whole next run.
It's going to be the one thing that you can't get rid of, and your guys are just going to be driving around the desert in the fuck Damien Agetis boat.
And one day we're going to find him. He's like, you telling me to go fuck myself?
Yeah, what is this?
What is this?
It's really, really, really good. I like this. I do, and we were talking about ways we can get the Sand Sloop repaired, and I feel like there is either we get goodwill from the villagers and we have them repair it on like a couple different loops and just do other shit besides going to Marukh El-Fatr, or we find a way to clear this contract without pissing them off.
Which we did
I think
once.
either way is going to be good, but yeah, you're right, exactly. We could do the same stuff we did before to clear the contract in a more helpful way and have them work on it, but that would not be the same run that we go to Marukh El-Fatr on, right? I like this format though, Jake. This is cool. I like that you have made the threat of exhaustion like so much more prevalent than it normally would be with an 8-hour rest is a really strong choice, I feel like.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's well balanced because this is meant to be a challenge, but not. It should be one that you succeed at.
Yeah, not impossible, right?
Right. Especially, I mean, it should be something that you need the traders to succeed at, I guess I should say.
Yeah, that was what didn't want them to.
But I'm rolling hot. He's just sleeping. Hikar's just sleeping like nicely through all the storm. He's just like, how in the world is he doing? And Kato's just like, he worked on a boat. Oh, right.
Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
There's a lot of wind out there.
Aila having that spell is like literally the most clutch spell you could have possibly picked up. That thing is useful in so many situations.
I could have had a clutch spell for this situation too. I just don't have it.
I know. I'm like actually looking through my wizard abilities because I realized that I can change prepared spells if I know any extra, and I only know like 2 different ones. But I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see if I got anything.
I know what first level spell I'm taking next time I level up for these exact
There you go.
situations now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to the future now, Jake.
I think, Lee, you'll get more opportunities to learn. You'll have opportunities to learn spells to put in your spell book later.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
Soon-ish,
And
let's say.
you get some just from leveling up, but I'd still at this point I'm just I like forgot that I could prepare different spells as a wizard. Like I just literally haven't changed my spells since like I don't know 4 episodes ago or something. It's not like we've been in a lot of fights, so it doesn't make that much of a difference, but what do you I kind of like these longer form episodes where there's a lot of wiggle room for us to like chat about stuff to show like backstory. Like Aila having another flashback is really good. I was actually just talking to my friend Ross, who was just started listening to the show. And I had them leave a comment on Spotify, I think, about like the very first episode. They were like, it's like the flashback is cool. And I immediately had the thought of like, oh wow, we haven't done one of those in 20 episodes.
Yeah, we lost them.
Like we haven't used that at all.
So I wondered. I've also thought about how we could, work that into being part of the storyline too.
Yeah. You mentioned a couple of times about ones that you've seen before, so I wonder if we might come across one of them at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Aila or Beth, I should say, it would actually be a pretty fun exercise for you, and maybe also for Jake, but to come up with like a short list of characters with distinct attributes who you regularly like meditate into. And then if you do decide to do something akin to that ability we were talking about, where you can take one of their a spell or an attribute or something from them, it would be really easy for you to be like, oh, I take this person's strength, or I take this person's like spell, and it would just kind of be cohesive, right? Because then Jake wouldn't have to come up with a name every time. He just looks at like a document you have of like these specific characters, and he can maybe like spin a weave about just like one thing that they did that's relevant. Because that bone setting thing, I straight up thought you guys had communicated and were about to be like, and now Aila has an ability that is like a healing ability,
I was going to totally describe how to set the bones.
I was also wondering, like, do you, Jake? I heard you roll a die, and this might be too far of a peek behind the screen, but I am curious. Like, do you have set scenarios that you're randomly deciding? Because I know that you passed over to Beth, and she described what she was wearing, and somehow you both knew which scenario you were in, or was it all just improv?
It was all improv.
Was the
damn.
dice roll just to see if you had one?
See, everyone's gonna think we're scripting this. It's not.
Yeah, you improv experts.
I thought you had planned it, and I was ready for you to plan it because of all that talk about using it as a mechanical ability. I was like, yes. But no, it's even cooler that it was improv, honestly. Like, that's a sick thing.
Yeah.
All of my spells have a cleric spin to them, like spike growth. Instead of just spikes coming out, like it'll be like a creature comes out and is like making horns coming out of the ground.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
cool.
you eat something every time.
No.
Yeah, you eat a feather again, and spikes somehow shoot out of you. I don't know.
I'm basically like, what would be kind of cool, because he doesn't have magic per se. He's getting his magic through something else.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's smart.
So it's like he's kind of like the cleric whisperer. Things are just happening.
Yeah, like almost like you could send a prayer to Ruby every time. Like, yeah, like literally, like, Ruby, give me strength.
Oh, he's not doing that. He's just like, I need this. Ruby's like, I got you.
I love the contrast that, and it makes sense for the classes that you've taken, that Lee is very like analytical about his magic and trying to understand it and how it works and how he can do new magic. And Connor's just like totally like he's a vibe coder. Like
Yeah. No, we had a conversation about this in the valley where we were like, as far as the clerical magic goes,
Thaic.
The Thaic magic, yes. Like I think flavor wise, it's cool that we don't really actually understand where it's coming from. It's just like, oh, suddenly I know this. Like suddenly I have a desire to collect the materials for this spell. Which I think is like, that's so cool. I love the idea that it's like a craving almost like,
yeah. And well, I like that, like you're driven to get ingredients for the spell and Connor's just like, no, I don't, I mean, I just use what I have on me.
Yeah, it's very cool. I think Connor's got maybe the best contrast out of all of us. Like just compared to everybody else, Connor pops, it's very fun to see.
I was also editing like an old episode where he rolls like a nat 20 on solving a puzzle. And I love that like bimbofication of like, oh, he's actually really smart, but he's just dumb 90% of the time. And occasionally he's just like really good at like math or whatever
like
else.
Trying to measure 2 inches.
Yeah.
2 inches of stuff.
Okay, he has an okay wisdom score. He doesn't. Yeah. He has a commoner intelligence.
I'm telling you, that savant thing would be really good for him.
So he's very good in strength. He's very good in dex. His con is but his intelligence is like very commoner. His charisma not good.
Dude, most of these checks being Constitution for surviving the desert is like dog water for me. It's Constitution and Strength are the two that I have no plus to my saving throws.
In all honesty, I've been thinking about if I ever want to multi-class into something else, and I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know if I really want to, because I kind of lose out on so much, like how it all works out.
No, dude, and it would be so complex with the Gestalt characters to keep track of all that.
It depends, but it's like, I can figure out some of the wacky things I could do, but I'm also like, yeah, but I need to get level, I need at least get level 7 to make any of this work. My original 2 classes work, but at that point, you're so invested, it's kind of like, is it worth to get out of it?
Yeah, that'd be.
I don't think we should.
Yeah,
and like the way the Gestalt. Yeah, the way these work, if you multi-class one of your 2 classes. Like you would have 3 different classes at that point, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we can stop recording unless you guys have any more reflections on this episode in particular. All right, let's stop.
Good games, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah,
good games.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Echoes of Malus is created and DM'd by Jake Parsley. Connor is played by Justin White. Lee is played by Anthony Mott. Aila is played by Annabeth Parsley. Kato is played by Drake D. White. Additional writing and combat design are provided by Zachary Cox. Our audio editor is Drake D. White. Our music is by Public Circuit. And our concept art is by EternalGem. Your producer is me, Leanne Jay. We'll see you next time.